If you're a complete beginner and you want to feel better in your body again, I'm going to show you how to build the best home workout in 4 simple steps. Step 1 is to pick the right lower body movement for your body for your routine. So we're going to start with a simple movement called the supported sit to stand. So take your feet slightly outside hip width, turn your toes slightly outward like this. Now we're going to shift the weight back to the heels, and I'm going to start by pushing my butt backwards just like this while keeping a nice flat back. Then I'm going to place my hands on top of my knees and use my arms to support me as I descend into the chair. The whole time, making sure my knee goes the same direction as my toes, okay? Now I'm going to reverse the motion by bringing my belly button between my thighs while keeping that nice flat back, pushing into my arms and heels, and standing back up. A little bit faster, inhale down, like this, exhale up, just like this. We'll call this our level 1 sit to stand. Now, if this is a movement that you can do for 1 minute with perfect form and no pain, then you can try regular sit to stands like this. Bring your arms out front, everything else is the same. Bring the butt back, weight on the heels, knees pointing the same direction as the toes, inhale down, exhale up, and just do regular sit to stands just like this. Inhaling down and exhaling up, okay? Now, if you're able to do regular sit to stands just like this for an entire minute, again, pain-free, then what we can do is we can start to add some ankle strength into this motion and do a fully extended sit to stand. So it's just like before, regular sit to stand, only this time, as you stand up, you're gonna rise all the way up on your toes until you feel your calves firing, and then come back down to your heels and repeat the motion just like this. Now, it's my recommendation that you start this movement a little bit slower, and then over time, you build up a little bit more speed. You almost allow yourself to feel like you're dropping down into the position, okay? Because the next step is us adding a little bit of explosive power and a little bit of impact into this movement. So if you can do fully extended sit to stands for an entire minute with perfect form and no pain, now we can do sit to hops, okay? So for this one, we're gonna inhale down, come down, and this time I'm gonna explode up all the way off my toes like this. Oh, and then land softly, come down and repeat just like this. Inhale down, exhale to jump, just like that, and repeat just like that. So I want you to pick one of these variations, either the level 1 supported sit to stand, where we're moving slow and controlled, the regular sit to stand, which we'll call level 2 today, all right? The fully extended sit to stand, where we rise up on our toes like this, which we'll call level 3, and our sit to hop like this, which we'll call level 4. Step 2 is to pick the right upper body exercise for your body. So I'm gonna show you a few different variations of the push-up, starting at the easiest variation and working towards a more challenging one. Pick the one that feels like the best fit for you, okay? So for beginners, complete beginners, we can do what's called a wall push-up, and this will help you learn perfect form safely. You're gonna take your hands and you're gonna place them about rib height with your fingertips turned outward like this. That'll help you with your wrist, because if I push my wrist forward like this, it requires a ton of wrist flexibility. If I put them out to the sides like this, not as much wrist flexibility, okay? So what we're gonna do then is step into a plank position, and this is what's really important for all of the push-ups. You don't wanna let your butt stick out like this, and you don't wanna let your hips sag in like this. Both of those put unnecessary pressure on your lower back, and it's really a display of a weak core. So instead what we want is we wanna squeeze the glutes and squeeze the core muscles as you hold this plank position. Now, nice tall posture to the top of the head, drop the shoulders down away from the ears, and let the elbows come down towards the sides as you come forward and backward. Inhaling down, holding that tight core, tight glutes, exhaling up, just like this. And not letting our elbows flare out like this is a really common mistake that people make in the push-up, is they flare their elbows out, which puts your shoulders in a really bad internally rotated position, right? So remember, elbows stay down to the sides as you do the push-up. So this is our level 1 variation, the wall push-up, okay? The next variation you can try, and this is where you need a nice sturdy chair, or you can also use a nice sturdy countertop, is a high chair push-up. So for this one, you can also put your fingertips to the outside like this on the chair, step back into that plank position, glutes tight, core tight, and then we're gonna inhale down, dropping the elbows by our sides, exhale up, just like this. Nice tall posture to the top of the head, and remember, never shrugging our shoulders up like this as we do those reps. Shoulders stay down, so we feel this motion, not just in our chest muscles, but in our lats, all the way down into our serratus, all the way down into our core at the same time. Now, if you can do a minute of this with perfect form, pain-free, then what you can do is turn the chair around or find a lower surface like an ottoman or the bottom of a couch, and you can do your push-ups on this lower surface, okay? So same thing, fingertips to the outside, come into that plank position, glutes tight, core tight, inhale down, elbows come back towards our body, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up, nice tall posture, shoulders away from the ears, all right? So this will be our level 3 movement. And if you can do that one with perfect form for an entire minute, pain-free, very important, pain-free, then we can come down to the ground and we can do just regular old push-ups, okay? Regular push-ups, just like this. So we'll call this our level 4 variation. So now pick one of these 4 upper body movements, right? We either want to do the wall variation of the push-up, we can do the one on the high chair, the low chair, or the floor. Step number 3 is to pick the right core exercise for your body. Now, I'm gonna show you these core movements on the floor, but I wanna tell you before we get started, a lot of people that follow us can't get down on the floor in a way that's pain-free. So I wanna invite you to do these movements on a couch or in your bed. So you can literally just sit down on your bed or in a couch, swing your legs up, and you can do the movement just like this. That way it's a lot easier for you to stand up when you're actually doing your workout routine. So I'm gonna show you 4 different variations of this core movement, and I'm gonna start with a very simple one called the alternating leg raise, okay? The most important thing I want you to do here though is to focus on 2 things as you do this. One is pressing your lower back down into the ground like this, almost like we're trying to point the tailbone up and pressing that lower back down. You shouldn't be able to get your fingers underneath your lower back, okay? And number 2, instead of bringing our palms flat against the ground like this, which is what everybody does, I want you to turn your palms toward the sky and drop your shoulders away from your ears. And this is important because when I hold this position, look at the position I'm in. Bad posture, I'm rehearsing bad posture, bad form. But if I do this position, now I'm rehearsing good posture and good form at the same time that I'm working my core muscles, okay? So for the level 1 variation, we're gonna do this by starting with our feet on the ground, and all we're gonna do is lift one knee, compress it against the thigh or the stomach as much as possible until you feel the core muscles firing, and then come back down. And then lift the other knee, squeeze, and come back down. And all we're doing is strengthening our core on both sides in a very safe way as we try to maintain good form and a good position. This is our level 1, okay? If you can do this for 60 seconds pain-free, then we're gonna bring the legs up and we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna lower one down, tap the heel, and then come back up. And we're gonna do this one just like this, keeping the lower back pushing the ground, nice tall posture, but keeping the shoulders away from the ears and palms toward the sky, okay? Now the moment you're doing this movement and you start to feel your lower back go whoop off the ground like this, that's when you know you've chosen a movement that's too hard for your body's actual strength. So take a step backwards and make sure you're able to maintain good position the entire time. Now, if that is too easy though, and you can do it for 60 seconds pain-free with perfect form, we're gonna keep our good form position, those 2 cues I shared with you in the beginning. We're gonna bring our legs together, and this time we're gonna drop our heels down to the ground and back up, doing a reverse crunch like this, okay? Inhaling down, exhaling up. This will be our level 3 movement. If you can do this for an entire minute with perfect form, then we can take our legs, straighten them, and we can do a full leg raise, just like this, keeping that lower back pushing the ground. And if you want to, there's a weird way to say level 3.5 here, which is you can kind of start to straighten your legs. So maybe you go a little past 90 degrees and you do it here, and then maybe the next week you do it here, and maybe the next week you do it here, and then eventually you work up to having fully straight legs in the leg raise. Okay, and for step 4, we put it all together into a simple workout you can do from home in 10 minutes. So now you have your best lower body movement that feels like the perfect fit for your body. You have your best upper body movement that feels like the perfect fit for your body, and your best core movement that feels like the perfect fit for your body. So you have the entire body covered in just 3 simple moves that you can do from home. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna do 40 seconds of work, followed by 20 seconds of rest, starting with the lower body move for 40 seconds, then you rest for 20. Then the upper body move for 40 seconds, then rest for 20. Then the core move for 40 seconds, and then rest for 20. And then what you're gonna do is repeat that 2 more times for a total of 3 rounds, which means this simple home workout with just 3 moves is gonna take you 9 minutes to complete. But guess what? It's gonna cover your full body, it's gonna help you gain strength, it's even gonna help you gain some flexibility as well, and it's gonna make your body feel good again. And by the way, this is a great way to build a workout routine, and it's exactly what we do at WeShape. So if you want us to build you a customized 10-minute routine with the right lower body, core, and upper body moves for your individual body and your individual level, well, all you gotta do is click the link below.